Salut tout le monde! Today we're going to be talking about the expression il y a plus a time expression. You're going to make a foldable today that looks like this, and you're going to glue it in on the left-hand side of your cahier in the grammaire section. So I'm going to take you through step by step on how to do this, and then you'll do some more structured notes for this expression il y a plus time. Let's get started. Okay, so what you'll need for this foldable, we're going to make something that looks like this. You'll need a colored piece of paper, okay, some scissors, les ciseaux, and a marker, un feutre. Make sure the marker is dark so that you can see what you are writing. So you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it like a hot dog, okay, and you're going to cut the hot dog off a little bit so that it fits in your cahier. So go ahead and do that now. So you should have something that looks like this. And now we're ready to write. So on the top of your hot dog, you're going to write il y a plus time. Il y a plus time. Make sure you write it nice and big so it fills up the whole space. And then you're going to cut to separate il y a and the plus sign and time so that we can separate those and talk about them individually. Okay, so now you should have il y a plus time, and then you have separated the il y a and the plus sign and the word time. Let's talk about il y a for a second. Il y a is an expression that you're already familiar with, and it means there are or there is. We've been using it for items saying, you know, in the classroom there are chairs. Dans la salle de classe, il y a des chaises. Il y a des ciseaux. Il y a un feutre. But when we're using il y a with the imparfait in the past, it means ago. Il y a means ago. So if I were to say something like, il y a 5 ans, je blank, then that would mean 5 years ago, and then whatever item that I'm talking about. So I want you to take a look at the time section, and we're going to write several different things here. You can pause the video so that you can see what you're going to write. You have months, years, days, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds, and anything else you can come up with. So go ahead and write those under the time tab on your foldable. Pause the video now, and then you can look at these for a reference. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this now, okay? And notice that we say ago, il y a, first in French, okay? If I were to say il y a un mois, 1 month ago, okay? So as usual, things are really backwards in French for us English speakers. If I said il y a un jour, any number can go here. 3 jours, 5 jours, 6 jours, okay? 3 days ago, all right? Il y a 5 minutes, 5 minutes ago. Il y a 5 ans, 5 years ago, and so on and so forth. So you know to use those now, okay? If you need to define these in English because you're not sure what they mean, go ahead and do that. We have months, years, days, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds, and anything else that you can come up with as far as time goes, okay? What I want you to do now is in the space below, I want you to say that il y a means ago. So you're going to put il y a equals ago. Go ahead and do that now. So now your foldable should look something like this, okay? Now, if you pick up this tab, we don't have anything in there right now, and we're going to write 3 example sentences using the imparfait. So take a look here, okay? You have, il y a 2 semaines, j'étais triste. 2 weeks ago, I was sad. Il y a 1 heure, je mangeais. 1 hour ago, I was eating, okay? We're in the imparfait here. Put your verbs in the imparfait. Number 3, il y a 8 ans, je cherchais un travail. 8 years ago, I was looking for work. I was looking for work. So for yourself personally, I want you to put 3 ideas here using il y a and a different form of time. I use 2 weeks, an hour, 8 years. Okay, you can say an emotion that you were. What were things like? Make sure your verb goes in the imparfait. Pause the video and do that now so that you have some example sentences. Okay, so I did one more example for you. Il y a 4 ans, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, il y a 4 ans, j'achetais une maison. I was buying a house. Il y a 4 ans, I was buying a house. Now, if I wanted to say 4 years ago, I bought a house, then this would be in passé composé. So you can use il y a with passé composé. It just depends on what you're meaning. I bought a house is an action. Okay, but buying a house is also a process. So it depends on what I was talking about. If I was talking about the process of buying the house, I was looking with the realtor and filling out the paperwork and talking to a lender. If that was what I was referring to in this conversation, then I could say, il y a 4 ans, j'achetais une maison. I was buying a house. I was in the process of buying a house. But if I'm talking about a situation where I bought a house on this day and it was so exciting, il y a 4 ans, j'ai acheté une maison. J'ai acheté. That's the passé composé. J'ai acheté une maison. It sounds different than j'achetais. J'achetais une maison. J'ai acheté une maison. Okay, I'm going to write the same sentence this time using the passé composé. Abracadabra, here we go. Il y a 4 ans, j'ai acheté une maison. Look at the difference between these two, okay? And they both work, but it depends on what I'm saying. Am I talking about the event? Boom, bought a house. It's done. It was sold. Okay. Or was I in the process of buying a house? 4 years ago, I was buying a house. 4 years ago, I bought a house. And that's the difference between the passé composé and the imparfait. So what I want you to get from this is you should have 3 sentences, okay, using some different verbs. You can use the passé composé or the imparfait, but make sure that you know what you're saying and why you're saying it. And make sure that you also know that il y a means to a go. It means a go, all right? So you have your foldable here. You're going to put this in your cahier in the grammaire section on the left-hand side, and then you're going to watch another short video to do some more structured notes with il y a and time, and then you are done and ready for practice. Merci, au revoir.